Well, we're asking, should there be a JPC probe into the chopper scam now? What next? Really, today we're being joined by Sunitra Chaudhary from Milan, where those court proceedings are taking place. We also have Sheshadri Chari, National Executive Member of the BJP, Commodore C. Uday Bhaskar, former Director of IDSA, Manu Pobi, Defence Correspondent with the Indian Express, who's been reporting extensively on the chopper scam. Sanjay Jha, co-founder of hamaracongress.com, representing the Congress view on this debate. Also, Vikram Singh Mehta, former chairman, Shell Group of Companies, to represent the industry view on the realities of doing business in India on a day the former Italian Prime Minister, Silvio Berlusconi, said kickbacks were an integral part of doing any kind of business in India. But let me begin with the BJP first. The government already starting the process of scrapping the Augusta Westland chopper deal. Are you satisfied?
No, you just mentioned they have scrapped, but they have not yet scrapped. Incidentally, what has happened is...
Initiated the process.
What has happened is they have issued a show cause notice to the company, because as per the contract, any irregularity, if the government finds an irregularity, they can issue a show cause notice. But I think that's good. The government has started acting, although it's almost 1.5 years late, because the first information that we received on this particular scam, that there could be a scam, was sometime in August 2012, and then in October 2012 again a lot of information came here, and then in August, when the question was raised on this issue in Parliament, so
you're saying there's been far too much time that's elapsed already?
The minister said this. Now, very unfortunately, we have started all these things in about 48 hours, not only 1.5 years late, but also after the arrest of the person concerned has been made in Italy. So, that's one part of it. Number two, more information is coming, like commission having been paid to the family, and these are all, it has political ramifications also. So, in all these things, I think we will have to enlarge the gamut of the CBI inquiry, and probably along with CBI.
Are you then saying that you are satisfied with a CBI inquiry, or are you insisting that this now be a special investigation team under the direct supervision of the Supreme Court?
No, I think there must be a direct supervision, day-to-day supervision also, whether you do it in sit form or and some other form is different. That can be discussed with the government. But I think CBI already is overburdened, number one. Number two, so far CBI has not produced any result on any scam. Number three, even if the CBI does it, are they really technically qualified to do it? They will have to depend on a number of government and non-government agencies to do it. How far will they be able to do it? And the fourth and most important question is, will it be time bound, or it's going to take another 10 years? Like both.
I think fair points are being made, but let me quickly go across to Sunitra Chaudhary joining us this evening from Milan. Sunitra, from the ground there, what is the latest that you're hearing as far as the Italian probe is concerned?
Well, we managed to speak with one of the prosecutors who's been a key part of this entire investigation and who wrote the report. And they told NDTV exclusively, we were able to speak to them, and they told us that it has become hugely political, and because of the kind of ramifications, it's become a global scam really, and because of the fact there are elections in Italy next week. So a lot of people have said it's become politicized. Giuseppe Orsi, the CEO who's now under arrest in this entire case, he was actually appointed by the opposition. So some people in some quarters over here feel that it may be just the timing of it, since the probe has been on for the last 2 years. Some people feel that the reason why it has come out now, why the preliminary report has been trumped up, is what some people say is because of the elections, and that is why perhaps that ties in with the kind of statement we've seen Silvio Berlusconi, one of his alliance partners, were the one who appointed Giuseppe Orsi, in backing him by saying that this is a normal global practice. It's interesting, earlier today, Ankita, I also met with the Business Forum, the Indo-Italian Business Forum, who were approached by Augusta Westland and by Finmeccanica in helping out with the issues when they were setting up. And they said, the Indian Forum over there said that they fully trusted Finmeccanica, and they said that if this deal fell through, it would send the wrong kind of signal. So you're getting mixed issues over here. Of course, it's political, and of course, it's all over the front pages and the editorials and the inside pages of the papers here. But like in India, it's become a political debate, so it has over here as well.
Right, Sunetra, we've been hearing over here in the last few minutes or so that a CBI team is now going to Italy, and that, of course, is the logical next step forward.
That's right. We spoke with Indian officials that are posted in Italy, and they confirmed to us that CBI has already been in touch with them. They're trying to organize when is the best time for them to come over here. The key deal in this is a sharing of information. We've seen that in the past as well, in any crucial deal which the CBI has gone into, whether it's the Bofors, the original corruption payoff scam, the Bofors scam, or it's been the Ottavio Quattrocchi case. The key thing has been, will the investigating agencies share information? And in this case, what Indian agencies, Indian officials here are telling us is that they need to see that evidence which the prosecutors have said that people like senior officials like Air Chief SP Tyagi took payback. They said, what are they basing it on? Is it just based on the fact that the people that they are questioning, that the middlemen have said that and their conversations, or is there actual paper trail of that? And that's what they really need for the CBI to give.
Also, Sunetra, I think the key question that the opposition has been raising over here is why it's taken, the probe this long to act. Why was it that a CBI probe was not initiated earlier? Could a CBI team not have, in fact, traveled to Italy earlier when these allegations first came out?
Well, it's interesting. That's what I asked the officials here as well, that why did it take so long? And they said that while the media had reported, and of course in India as well, when they started probing this in 2011, however, they said they didn't know how far it went. And they said that the Italian officials had failed to inform them about the kind of links and the kind of senior people the payoffs had been made to. But they say they've been in touch with them, and if they knew earlier, they would have acted earlier. But it's only now that they've got to know this when the report actually came out.
Right, let me bring in Manu Pubi at this point. You've been tracking this story right from the inception. The government, we've heard them saying time and time again that they can't act on the basis of newspaper reports. But there was clearly a very detailed paper trail already.
Correct. The paper trail that was there existed for more than a year. In fact, the first story that we did in the Indian Express was in February last year, followed by which there were many reports in the Italian media also after that, which clearly suggested a paper trail. In fact, in October, as late as October, the entire preliminary investigation report was available. We had reported from it, about 300 pages. It contained detailed conversations, detailed allegations of kickbacks, bribery. But the government somehow did not even take action on that report. The stand they took was, we need this report formally from the Italian government. Even though we had it, it was being reported, they did not take cognizance of it
But now particularly details of actual sums of money being paid to specific individuals, also the reference which the BJP has picked up on today to the family, which got a very significant payoff close to the tune of 200 crores according to that Italian prosecution report.
It's not very clear in the report what this family alludes to. It is the identity of the family is not very clear. An investigation will, of course, throw more light on that. But you're right. In terms of the money trail, this particular report that has come recently has more details on how the money was passed in. And as the report says, it came through fictitious engineering contracts. It says that money came to India. At least 28 million that they have been able to trace that has come to India. But the problem is they don't have the trace of where the money went to after it came to India. The Italian probe finishes off at the point where the money enters India. Beyond that, where it went, whom it was given to, is something that the Indian investigation bodies have to do and should have done earlier when the story started coming last year.